The holy bagel is said to contain a bunch of power to the person who activates it. And I'm that person. I know how to activate it. Watch. Activate. Is that it? I thought it was going to be bigger. I thought it was going to be an explosion. We're going to be talking about shades of meaning. The camera keeps falling. What am I talking about when I say shades of meaning? What I'm talking about is oftentimes in words, in stories, writers will use words. And those words have synonyms. And oftentimes, whenever you switch those words that they used out for other words, they are different. The meaning is different to that sentence. It's slightly different. So those writers are probably using the words they use in that book for a certain meaning. They're trying to get a certain meaning out of that sentence. And what am I exactly mean? As in, if I were to tell you that somebody walked somewheres, and then if I were to tell you if somebody ran somewheres, those two sentences might give you different meaning. Well, the walking one sounds like she has time, she's just relaxing. She's taking a good old stroll, a person. But the running one sounds like they're in a hurry, like they're trying to get somewhere. And they might be, or they might not be, but they might be. But the running one gives us a different meaning, a slightly different meaning to that sentence. And this happens a lot. If I were to use a sentence, if I were to say, the boy blanked through the park to get to his mom. Now, if I were to put in the blank, if I were to put in walk, the boy walked through the park to get to his mom. Okay, well, he's just walking through the park to get to his mom. If I were to put, the boy ran through the park to get to his mom. Sounds like he's in a hurry. Sounds like he needs to get to her fast. The boy marched through the park to get to his mom. Well, why is he marching now? That's kind of odd. We're not really thinking that he's going relaxed or going fast. Maybe it's difficult to get to the park. Maybe it's muddy, so he has to march through the park. But it's not exactly clear. Each sentence gives us a different headspace for the meaning. As in the walking one, we thought, oh, he was relaxed. He sounds pretty relaxed. He's just walking. The running one sounds like he's trying to get to her fast. He's definitely trying to get to her fast. For some reason, it sounds like he's in a hurry, or he really, really wants to get to her. The marching one's kind of odd. He's not exactly in a rush. It doesn't sound like. Maybe he's like walking through mud. But each synonym gives it a slightly different meaning. And this works a lot. Okay? Each synonym gives them a different meaning. And yeah. And we need to be able to notice these different meanings in these sentences whenever they use different synonyms. So at home, read through a book or a story, a chapter of something, and replace certain verbs or words with different verbs, synonyms. Well, not synonyms. Those walk, run, march aren't synonyms. They're not synonyms, but you replace them with different words. Those aren't synonyms. If I've been saying they're synonyms this whole video, sorry, they're not synonyms. Replace those verbs with different words and see how that changes the story, the meaning of the sentence. Or it doesn't have to necessarily be verbs. It could be nouns too. But I'm just thinking about verbs. You can replace them with synonyms, or you can replace them with completely other words, like run or march. Those are not synonyms. And see how the meaning changes that sentence. Because it does change the sentence, the meaning of the sentence just a little bit at the very least. And notice that. So yeah, stay in school. I activate the power of the bagel again.